It's November 21st, 2013. At least that's what they tell me. And I, Perry Logan, have every reason to be gloating right now. Because you see, these are dark days for the Democrats. In most people's eyes, Obamacare is failing terribly. The right are all excited because they think it's the end for the left. They think it's the end for government. They think it's the end of the whole liberal dream. Even establishment conservative pundits such as Charles Krauthammer, hi there, have said Obamacare spells the end of liberalism. Other righties are suggesting it's over for the Dems, certainly in the election of 2014, where it looks like we'll be headed for the Great Shellacking 2! The Great Shellacking 2! The Great Shellacking 2! The shellacking in 2014, the Democrats may suffer once again due to Obamacare. The first shellacking came in 2010, where people were unhappy that Obama and the Democrats finked out on the public option in one of the great moments of political thinkery. Hello and welcome to Great Moments in Political Thinkery, here with Professor Perry Logan. Not a professor, really, no, not a professor. Hello, and welcome to Great Moments in Political Thinkery. Yay! And the greatest moment in political thinkery, as we all know, was when our good friend Barack Obama sold out the public option at a secret meeting with Big Pharma. I know that's pretty shocking news. I'll just let you digest that for a while. It was a great moment in political thinkery, my friends. The public option was this thing, it was a little bit like single payer. It was going to be the way healthcare should be run. Government runs healthcare so damn much better than the private sector. It's the opposite of the way the righties think, don't you get it? No, really, if the righties think one thing, you must think another. If the righties think one thing, you must think another. If the righties think one thing, you must think another. If the righties think one thing, you must think another. But as I was saying, Obama didn't even try to get a mini version of single payer called the public option. Instead, he went to a secret meeting, as is his wont. As I like to say, Obama's method of dealing blug. Surely you've noticed Obama's style of governing is to go into a secret meeting and give our stuff away. Yes. Well, he did this with the public option. The point is, he didn't even try. And as a direct result of this finkery in 2010, the Democrats bit the big one. Now, 2014, once again, Obamacare, failing horribly, threatens to derail the Democrats again, possibly on into the future. And here's the point. This is what I, Perry Logan, have been predicting all along. Not only that, I can prove it. I can prove it. Just go to this YouTube page where you will see an improbable number of incredibly wonderful Perry Logan shows. They go back quite a while, and you will find in these shows Perry was saying from the beginning Obama would destroy the Democratic Party. Pretty far out, huh? Obama would destroy the Democratic Party? You mean in the same way I destroyed the Republicans? Shut up, wimp! I, Dick Cheney, destroyed the Republican Party. Contrary to what Republicans believe, Americans don't like turning to the dark side. By the time me and Georgie Porgy got through with it, a Democratic dog could have beat the Republicans. A Democratic dog could beat the Republicans. A Democratic dog could beat the Republican. Dogs flashback. But it really was that bad, my friends. George W. Bush and Dick Cheney, besides stealing their way into office in the first place, give me a break, they managed to make the whole world hate Republicans. Republicans, then as now, were no more popular than the turds. You heard me, turds, my friend. And yet somehow, by a commodious vicus of circulation. The Democrats' numbers are plunging now. The whole Democratic Party may be in serious trouble, and it's all as Perry Logan predicted. Now, my friends, would be a good time for me, Perry Logan, to engage in schadenfreude. Our friends on the right are bristling with schadenfreude and masturbatory gloating as they smell blood on the Democrats. And here stands Perry Logan, the one who was right all along. Obama really has destroyed the Democratic Party every bit as much as Perry said. Perhaps an instructional video can help. Perry! 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 Down, boy! Down! Down, Perry! Perry, press instructional video button and report for punishment. Woo!
Hello and welcome to The Death of the Liberal Dream at the hands of Barack Obama, as predicted by Perry Richard Logan. What went wrong? How did Perry Logan, who is not really Nostradamus, predict that Barack Obama and his charming fans would bring down the Democratic Party? This is all assuming Obamacare doesn't completely recover and become popular, at which point the Republicans will say they thought of the whole thing. And that, my friends, would be the first true thing the right have said about Obamacare. Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the shocking nature of the following video. What you are looking at is a symbolic representation of some of the crappy stuff the right have made up about Obamacare. It's true, my friends. In the same way hoarders collect stuff, right-wingers collect goofy things about Obamacare. Here is a list of some of the goofy things that have been said about Obamacare. Wow, Jim. Yeah, Tim, that's some pretty goofy stuff. Yes, it supports Perry Logan's view that the right in America, who get weirder every day, are the best friend Obamacare has. This is a really educational video. That's nothing. In just a little while, we're going to go to Uranus. What? And it was so. We found ourselves hurtling down Uranus, something which Perry enjoys no end. But if you haven't figured out by November 21st, 2013, that Republicans pull stuff out of their butt about Obamacare, you haven't been watching! I wonder where this thing lets out.
Hello, welcome to the Death of the Liberal Dream, Part 2. It's as I predicted. No! I foresaw it all. I'm like a visionary, man. Check it out. Okay, never mind. Never mind. No, well, I'm actually not Nostradamus, because while I did predict that Obama would hurt, yes, hurt, I predicted that Obama and his gang, anyone who supported him, was going to damage the liberal cause. Yeah. And sure enough, I was right. I was right. What can I say? I told you so. It's all in my videos. I have like a kind of improbable number of great videos on YouTube. I do. And I'm citing them right now, not just to promote myself, but because it's like proof. It's proof that I have gloating rights. Take it! Hello, this is right-wing pundit Charles Krauthammer. Could Could I just interrupt for a moment?
What is it, Krauthammer?
Oh, hello, Anne. May I say you look very hot tonight.
Don't push your luck, Krauthammer. What did you want to say?
I just wanted to point out that I'm the first one who started talking about the death of the liberal dream thanks to the failure of Obamacare.
Don't be silly, Charles. Righties talk about the end of liberalism every 5 minutes.
And as Charles Krauthammer and Ann Coulter disappeared into the stars while making love, Perry thought, "It's as I feared. The Democrats are in trouble because Obamacare isn't working. People are terribly confused about Obama and Obamacare. They might as well be living in some sort of bizarro world. For example, people think Obama is a liberal. Obama is not a liberal. He's a blue dog, by his own admission. No, really, Obama really said that. He said he was a blue dog. Do you know what a blue dog is? Yes. Oh, hi. A blue dog is a Republican pretending to be a Democrat. Obama wants to put Social Security onto the chopping block. He has said so many times. He really has. I'm afraid lefties are in denial of this as they try to go on believing he's a progressive guy. But it is, as Perry Logan says,
Barack Obama has not a progressive bone in his body.
Hey, kidding, just a lot of kidding there, okay? But, well, we are living in a time, however, when the righties are especially excited. Oh, and you know, nobody gets more excited than the right. And right now, the big fight over the newly born and troubled Obamacare is going on. I won't trouble you with the details, but it's just having all manner of trouble getting a bad press. And the righties, our friends on the right, are just terribly excited, you know. They're just excited beyond measure. And it occurred to me as I read some of their words, as they talked about this whole thing, and they're kind of happy, okay. These folks are into the whole Schadenfreude thing, which I could be, you know. Yeah. But I'm a lefty. And we don't have the same Schadenfreude privileges that the righties have. Perry? What? Well, Schadenfreude, I believe, is the word for enjoying someone else's misfortune. You know, it would be like your enemy. Something bad happens to your enemy, and if you enjoy it, you are probably experiencing Schadenfreude. It's just a human emotion. It's not one of the things we're proud of. But, you know, when you start talking about the folks on the right, it's like a whole different thing. Where, you see, they taste blood or think they taste blood. They think the Democrats might be going down the tubes, and as the esteemed and real Charles Krauthammer, a real person in there, has really sort of posited maybe this whole liberal thing is over with. But that's a very political thing, too. And, of course, it's kind of funny because at this little weird point in history, the Republicans were looking like they were going to, like, disappear. Just a few weeks ago. Just a couple, 3 weeks ago. Really. As judged by the polls, you know, we were living by polls. We're political people, and just the polls. And the polls, the Republicans were seriously unpopular. I don't think they're going to be bringing us up, so I thought I would. But the Republicans were like doing more to destroy themselves than anything else. And that's how bad it is. Okay. But when righties get excited, they dream that the liberals will disappear. And lefties are also much the same. They were positing the annihilation, the disappearance of all Republicans. And I don't know. I think both parties are right. No, the death of the liberal dream is not really my version of things. It's just a title taken from what the writer's saying. Because indeed the writer talking this way. And there are some of these magic polls, the magic polls, that tell us that the Democrats are in trouble. I guess they're both in trouble. That's how bad it is. It's like both of them are in trouble. They can't seem to do anything for themselves. They can make the other one look better. Okay, Democrats look good by comparison with Republicans, and vice versa. Welcome to politics in the U.S. American style, Perry. And it's like my turn for Schadenfreude. The enjoyment of people I consider my enemies, and that would be the Obama supporters. Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Did that sound divisive? Yeah. Well, Obama's supporters, in my opinion, just immediately revealed themselves as being fatally divisive. Fatally divisive. I'm talking death of a party thing. I'm talking when people like that get into a party, it's all over. That's how strongly I feel. And it has to do with hanging around a now defunct website called Democratic Underground. There I was back in 2008 cruising around a now defunct website called Democratic Underground. And I noticed, this is before I even knew who Barack Obama was, but I noticed that, see, some of the folks there were calling their fellow Democrats racists. Okay, I don't think you have to be any kind of political Nostradamus or anything to see that once you start using the race card on your own people, that was so they could win the nomination. I guess that was their idea of a great strategy, was to call their fellow Democrats racists. And that was one of the reasons I predicted this guy was going to hurt the Democratic Party. No end. It was just going to be, well, look at it this way.
Hello and welcome to Schadenfreude, the enjoyment of bad things happening to one's enemies. And Perry figures, once you've called him a racist, you've made an enemy for life. And that's why Perry regards the Obots as his enemies. Here's the problem. Schadenfreude is not Perry's style.
Okay, if Schadenfreude, talking briefly about Schadenfreude and the fact that I predicted that Obama would hurt the Democrats, and it looks like I was right. So, I'm pretty sure no one else is going to tell you this, so I will. I was right. It's all on those videos of mine, those wonderful, if perhaps alarming number of videos on YouTube. Yeah. Well, that's my proof. I'm citing this to prove, I'm documented as having said this guy's going to be, possibly going to be bad news. I really did predict it. Well, it's not like I think I can really predict the future. The thing I didn't predict, for example, to come clean, is how to the right Obama would be. How to the right Obama is. He is not a liberal guy or a progressive guy, and I realize that everyone is saying how very liberal this is. Charles Krauthammer really is talking about the death of the liberal dream. And I'm thinking, Charles. Hey, Charles. Charles. Y'all don't know what liberal is. When I think the right suffer from an inability to, they don't know what liberal is. If you think Obama's a liberal, you don't know what liberal is. I'm a liberal, I should know. Yay! Don't take your cue on what a liberal is or what the liberal dream is from someone who foams at the mouth when he talks about liberals. Yeah?
Yeah! I, Adolf Hitler, foamed at the mouth when I talked about liberals, In fact, it might be said degenerates hate liberals. It's true, comrade. I too hated liberals and sent them to their deaths. Show me someone who hates liberals, and I'll show you a degenerate.
Hello, this is right-wing pundit Charles Krauthammer again. And I didn't know that little linguistic thing about guns. Now that I think about it, it really is pretty stupid to think that the gun lobby had a guy standing behind the founding fathers writing the Second Amendment and saying, "Let's put a little plug for guns in there. Come on, stick a little plug for guns in the Bill of Rights. Yeah, yeah." That's just insane, isn't it? Perry likes to point out that the Second Amendment was not written so citizens could take arms against a tyrannical government, but so the southern states could form militias to put down slave rebellions. As Perry likes to point out, you can find this out with a quick Google search.
Perry Logan. Perry Logan. Perry Logan.
Thomas!
Perry Logan, you impertinent pup.
Pup?
How dare you imply the liberal dream is over? I've got a good mind to come down there to earth and kick your butt.
Don't kick my butt, Mr. Jefferson, don't! No, it's not my sentiment that the liberal dream is dead. It's the right's hope. It's the way they're talking. And it's the damage to the Democrats. Not really to the dream, the dream's all right. Probably really can't damage a dream. But let's just say the Democratic Party's utility in realizing that dream has been severely compromised. Pretty heavy, huh? Well, it's a heavy truth under that is that, here's my cue for Schadenfreude. Here's my cue to gloat. As the writer, just really gloating, People are not getting their health care, and this is not something I can gloat about. If people are getting hurt, I don't gloat about this. It's dark times for the Obots. But, if Schadenfreude were a flavor of ice cream, I would be taking almost anything else. Oh. As opposed to the right, who are really having kind of an orgy. So deep is the hatred of Obamacare. It's like hard to overestimate the depth of the hatred, you see. This is another problem for Obama's troubled law, for the Democrats, the Obots' troubled law, is that the hatred is so deep and strong. Whoa. I've been reading some Righties, as you may be able to tell. I've been reading what the right have been saying about Obamacare. It's like you would think it was like a monster eating their leg. These folks can't deal with Obamacare. I think maybe the one good thing about Obamacare is that it will shorten the lives of the right. No, man, it's like bugging the hell out of them. We can use that.
And tonight, substituting for the limpid Perry Logan on the tramp, right-wing pundit Charles Krauthammer.
Hello, this is Charles Krauthammer. No, really, this is Charles Krauthammer. I think we can all agree Perry Logan is right. It's not the death of the liberal dream by any means. But Perry was right all along. Barack Obama and those terrible Obots have destroyed the Democratic Party. We should all vote for the progressive third party of our choice. Well, not me, not me. Just normal people. Check it out.